Hello Star Wars fans and collectors, it's me Jedi Master 98 back again with another Star Wars figure review. In today's Star Wars figure review we're going to be taking a look now at some more figures from the Vintage Collection line. In today's Star Wars figure review we're going to be taking a look now at one of the main characters that appear in the latest and new Star Wars video game, Jedi Survivor. Now this is the main character that you can control and play as from the previous game, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. But recently Hasbro have decided to release a version of this character as part of the second game that has recently been released. As much as I'm happy in terms of items being released from certain video games and everything, the one thing I will say about this figure especially, it's a bit strange that the figure of this character wasn't released in the first game. They decided to release him in the second game, which I find really strange on Hasbro's behalf. And another thing I like to mention as well is characters as well from the first game. Not many of them have been released as well, so why release more characters from the second game than the first game? It's quite bizarre what's going on in the marketing team and stuff going around Hasbro in terms of making these Star Wars figures for this particular content of Star Wars. Yeah, I'm just a bit baffled by it. That, I mean, don't get me wrong, grateful that we're getting figures and everything, but baffling that they've released the character in this game rather than the first game. Very, very strange, and I think it's sort of becoming a bit of a trend where people are sort of losing faith in Hasbro's marketing team and new stuff being released, because we're getting a lot of re-releases and stuff where we're only getting one character where there's, like, say, a band of 6 of them. Like, for example, the Knights of Ren, we've only been released one character when there's about at least 5, 6, 7 of them. Don't know the exact figure, but it's quite bizarre. And the other characters, like I said, we've got Cal Kestis a minute, where are the other characters as well? And the Bad Batch Hunter is getting his own version of a 3 3/4 inch figure, but whether we get the others down the line, I don't know, I find it very strange in terms of what Hasbro's marketing team and what they're trying to do, really. So as much as I am grateful for this figure, and it's a nice figure to say the least, it does lack in terms of Hasbro's marketing teams, in terms of not the figure itself being a poor figure, it's just Hasbro's lack of ideas and, basically, if I'm being honest, laziness of not getting stuff done and not figuring out, oh, there's new content, blah blah blah, we release this figure or these figures as part of a wave or a chain. But it's very bizarre. So that's just enough of my rant about this particular figure. Like I said, it's a decent figure, pleased I've got it in the collection, but very strange they've decided to release this version of the character in this particular game when they could release so many characters in the first game and then release characters from a second game. But it's a strange one, but it is what it is. But enough being said, the character we're going to take a look is the main character from this video game, and it is this fella. It is Cal Kestis from the Jedi Survivor video game. Oh, and Bd1 has just decided to take a tumble as well. So yeah, alongside Bd1 as well. Like I said, don't get me wrong, this figure of Cal Kestis, it's not bad, it's quite good to the likeness of the actor who portrays him in the video game itself. I've just recently finished playing this game, and I was really impressed with the old story arc in terms of obviously what was going on and everything. I'm not going to spoil anything, but basically we're just trying to see what Cal Kestis is up to after the last events, and basically see, is he actually going to sort of like go that step further and really try and do his part for the galaxy and try to really find who he is, really. But apart from that, the game is brilliant, cracking Easter eggs, good storyline, and all the other side missions and stuff. It's brilliant, and I really recommend it if you've got it on Xbox or PS5 and everything. I recommend you sit down a few hours a day in a week and just smash it, because it's a decent game. But to say the least, the figure is nice as well. I really do like it. I'd like to see a little bit more accessories as well, in terms of obviously switchable lightsaber hilts, maybe a double bladed saber, and also maybe give him a double bladed lightsaber where you can split it in half, and obviously you can carry two sabers as well, which is obviously a thing you can see in the game, and maybe a few extra other parts that you see in the game, which we'll probably speak about later on and everything. But enough said about Cal Kestis himself. We'll take a look at him in a few moments, but let's take a look at this packaging that comes with the figure. As you see, this is the packaging for Cal Kestis. At the top, you've obviously got the Star Wars logo at the top. You've got the name of the figure there, an image of Cal Kestis there, and Bd1 as well. The Kenner logo at the bottom, and obviously the plastic bubble that protects the figure. And at the top, you've got the price I paid for this figure. Turn the packaging round, you've obviously got other figures in the wave, legal stuff at the bottom, and the standard Star Wars logo at the very top. So in the background there, it's one of the planets that Cal Kestis visits in this game, Jedi Survivor. Packaging's not too bad, but the figure is obviously the more important thing. So that's the packaging for Cal Kestis. Let's take a look at this character in more detail. I'm just going to remove Bd1 from his arm, just show you articulation and everything. So Cal Kestis, he does come with plenty of articulation. And I've dropped his lightsaber, I do apologise there, let me just pick that up. Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry about that. Articulation wise, Cal Kestis is packed to the brim. We've got some movement in the top of the head, movement in the tops of the shoulders, elbows and the wrist. Torso is very movable as well. Movement in the legs, movement in the knees, and movement in the ankles. Obviously one of the main accessories does come with his blue lightsaber as well, which is nicely done, nice shade of blue, and the detail on the hilt is very nice. He also does come with the saber unlit. That is obviously on a small peg and fitted onto the side of his belt. And he also does come with a blaster pistol as well, which you eventually see him use in the video game as well. Obviously you can change the different stances in terms of obviously what he can carry, whether he can carry a double bladed lightsaber or a single blade or other stuff. It's quite cool there. That can be removable, and obviously it can be removed from the hilt, and it's sort of like a old school blaster pistol sculpted in a silver plastic with a little bit of a dark handle there. And what you can do is you can obviously just get pistol and gently place it in Cal Kestis' hand, and obviously you can have the blaster pistol in one hand and the saber in the other, and obviously that slots nicely in the little holster at the side. Just give you a zoom in on the actual figure itself. The likeness to the actor is really cool. Forgot the name of the actor who portrays him, but obviously I'm a fan of his work when he was in Gotham, which was a great TV show based on Batman. So you've got a really nice face there in terms of obviously what they're trying to do. You've obviously got the sculpted hair, which is nicely done with the sideburns and obviously the ginger stubble. And obviously on his jacket, you've obviously got his jacket in terms of obviously blue, yellow, a hint of brown, and sort of like white in the t-shirt there. And obviously he's got some stuff around his wrists as well, like little gauntlets that he acquires. It would have been very cool if we'd have had the little tattoo that Cal Kestis has as well, just on one of his arms. But it is what it is. Obviously you've got all the creases and everything there, and other bits going on. Turn it round, obviously you've got the unlit saber there, which is attached to the belt, which is nicely done. And then moving up, you've obviously got the creases and the pockets, and obviously the boots as well. And obviously throughout the game you can change Cal Kestis' appearance as well, in terms of hair, perks, weapons, clothing, and other stuff as well. But I do like the blaster pistol, what they've done there, and obviously a really nice shade of blue, and that hilt as well. It would have been really cool if he was included with a double saber, maybe one where you could get 2 separate sabers, or even a cross-guarded lightsaber that we do see him use in the video game as well. So that's a quick spoiler as well, which is really cool, I must say. But yeah, nicely done there, really impressed with that. Other accessories as well, maybe little small animals that appear in the game as well, and some other bits and bobs which would have been cool. But it is what it is. But obviously the accessory does come with is his little companion Bd1. Now as you see, Bd1 is a very tiny droid. Just zoom in again just to show you the overall detail of Bd1. Articulation wise, he can move, he's got movement in both legs and his little head, and obviously you've got the little bits at the back there, little colouring, his little eyes and everything, and obviously you've got the legs as well with the colouring as well. Hopefully that's coming up and well on camera. Obviously this character is so small, obviously the size of my fingers don't help, and obviously you can put it on Cal's arm or on his shoulder, which is nicely done. And obviously Bd1 accompanies him on all his missions as well to different planets around the galaxy, and it's a nice little addition to Cal Kestis' adventures, and obviously to your Star Wars collection as well. So there's little Bd1 who accompanies him well, and obviously the main part is obviously Cal Kestis himself. So that's pretty much it for Bd1 and Cal Kestis from the Jedi Survivor game. Hope you've enjoyed this Star Wars review, and I do just want to express my thoughts again on the start of the video about obviously releasing a character from this game, let alone releasing his first release. But as I said, it's a bit strange what's going on. If there's some sort of explanation on why this is happening, then obviously it'd be a great idea. But it's very strange why we get a version of this first when it should be the other way round. Like this should be the second release before we get the first release of this character. But don't really know what's going on with Hasbro. It's another video and another rant for another day. So that's pretty much it for Cal Kestis and Bd1. I'll be back with many more Star Wars reviews very soon. If you haven't already, be sure to play this game, Jedi Survivor. It's really good. I certainly enjoyed it, and hopefully you can enjoy it as well. Yet again, as I said, thanks very much for watching. Be sure to obviously subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you very soon. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care, look after yourself, and as always, may the Force be with you.